For those trying to start a morning routine, sometimes you just have to wake up 15 minutes before maybe your alarm would normally go off and come to your mat. And even if you're still half asleep in your pajamas, just take some subtle movement. And so I'll guide you through that, making it kind of a lazy first thing in the morning flow when your body is just waking up. If you have two blocks, grab them. We're going to start on our back. And if you have those blocks, you'll bring your feet together, knees wide, and use the blocks to support your outer thighs, hands to belly. And almost like you're going back to sleep, just close the eyes and get really heavy through lower and upper body here. Soften the face, release any kind of tension or expression you're holding there. Feel the belly rise and fall, rising those palms and then dropping them back down. And feel the hips heavy and that subtle opening through inner line of legs and pelvis as knees get heavier towards the ground, whether they're held up by a prop or not. And this is just your opening meditation. You are awake. You're letting the body continue to rest as you wake up slowly, taking, let's say, 10 breaths here. Starting to deepen those inhales and feel the belly lift. And slow down those exhales through nose or mouth and feel the belly drop, the whole body get heavier. 9 more on your own. Inhaling through nose, maybe exhaling through nose, keeping the mouth soft, or taking some audible sighs out the mouth. Using these breaths to focus the mind on the physical sensations. Notice what areas are tight first thing in the morning. Seeing if you can slow down the breath, bring a bit of control to that pranayama, that control of the breath, that life force as it enters and exits. And then after your next breath, start to wiggle fingers and toes. Keep the eyes closed, rock the head side to side. And draw the knees together. And start to reach the legs long, arms come overhead. Take a big body stretch. Inhale, get long, fingertips to toe tips like you're trying to reach. And then heavy, drop limbs, get passive. 2 more times. Inhale, get long, start to activate muscles like a big body stretch. And then exhale, drop, completely collapse where you are. Again, inhale. And exhale. Bring your feet to the ground. And bring your right knee towards your chest. Grab over that shin. Take a little interlace and rock side to side. First thing in the morning might be super tight, so go slow. You have the option of straightening the left leg, but you don't have to. And as you sway side to side, try to compress outside of the ribs, knee close to shoulder, and then through center line. And then keep the leg wide. Left foot might be to the ground. See if you can straighten the right leg to the sky and start to turn those ankles, rotating, getting into the cracks. Extra points for cracks in both directions. And then relaxing the foot, gently hug the leg closer to you, just holding lower than the knee to start so that you can create a little space through that hip flexor, or through that hamstring rather. And then start to bend the right knee wide, grab outside of foot or ankle, and keep the left foot on the floor just for a bit of support as you take a half happy baby. And maybe the leg opens to the side and coming through center, a little rock. Be nice and slow in those hips and hamstrings first thing. And then come through center, right ankle on top of left thigh. Drop the leg away, maybe even straighten the left leg and let that figure four just get heavy towards the ground. Relax upper body, take a few breaths. Just staying curious, exploring in all these movements, knowing that when you do this later in your day or before bed, they feel completely different than first thing in the morning when we've been laying still all night. So being a little tighter, a little stiffer is completely normal. When you're ready, bring the left foot back to the ground. Hug that right knee one more time to chest. And then relax it to the ground. Other side, left knee in. Start to find those little squeeze, compression of hip flexor, rock side to side with leg, option to straighten right leg, and just seeing how it goes on this side. Maybe come more to the armpit, hug tighter. And then more to the sternum, hug tighter. And then release that leg towards the sky. Right foot can come back to the ground for a moment, grabbing behind the thigh and just moving that ankle. Pointing, flexing the toes, circling in one direction and then the other. And then hug the leg a little closer to you. Relax foot and ankle. Get into the back of the leg. Stay below that knee. Probably keep the right foot to the ground, but you can always straighten if you are feeling open first thing. Play with bending and straightening the knee any amount. And then right foot to the ground. You're releasing the left leg, bringing the knee super wide, bending and grabbing either ankle or foot with the left hand, finding that half happy baby. And staying through center or rocking side to side, just checking in with this side of the hip, inner line of leg and groin. Upper body stays pretty heavy, head towards ground, shoulder blades as grounded as possible. And then come through center. Give that knee one more little squeeze. Ankle comes to right thigh and open up to your figure four. Perhaps you drop the right leg long, let the left leg even open closer and away to the ground. And just melt into a bit of gravity here, breathing. And then gently come back through center. Both knees hug in. Give yourself a little squeeze. Roll over to one side. Prop yourself up. You can come to seated, either flat or seated on a block, whatever helps lift your hips a little bit more. Just close your eyes for a moment. Bring your hands to the top of your head. Just like you're giving yourself a little massage, start to find your fingertips at the crown of your head and dig them in any amount. And don't worry about what your hair looks like. Just kind of mess it up into a bit of a scalp massage, moving from top to sides to back of skull. Thumbs may come to those suboccipitals, that little place at the ridge where your neck meets your skull. Give yourself a little pressure there, a little massage. Moving down your neck. Back up to the forehead. And just putting some pressure on the hairline, those fingertips kind of rubbing and pressing as you move down to the temple. Temples get a little circular massage. Unclench that jaw as you move down the face. Soften the eyes, maybe come over the eyebrows, pressing in the middle of them, and then drawing these little arches over eyebrows. And coming to the bridge of the nose, either side, start to walk down, little pressure taps as you move along the sinuses, out to the cheekbones, and a few times like that. You can rub or you can tap. And then it's all going to become little taps, all 4 fingers, thumbs are probably relaxed, tapping from forehead down to those cheekbones, across as you move up and down the face, nice and slow, just kind of waking up all the parts and pieces here over the lip, down the chin. You can go up to the head and even to the back of the skull. See if you can drop the shoulders as you do this. And come down to the chest. Continue to tap, tap, tap. And then drop the arms down. One big inhale, reach up, arms wide. Overhead, exhale, press into palms, ground it through heart center. Interlace hands, press the palms up, inhale, maybe the gaze lifts or eyes can stay closed, open. Exhale, push the palms forward, round the back. 2 more like that. Inhale, interlaced palms, press up. Exhale, round, scoop belly in, dome upper back again. And exhale, forward. Inhale, when you rise up, stay. Exhale, come over to one side, heavy and opposite hip, getting into side body. Inhale through center, exhale to the other side. Inhale through center, one more time each direction. Exhale, reach, maybe drop the bottom arm, reach top arm even further. Inhale through center, exhale to the other side, evening it out. Option, dropping bottom arm, reaching top. And inhale through center. Let the arms rest in the lap, head heavy, chin slightly tucked, but head stacked pretty effortlessly over that sternum. Shoulders over ribs, torso over hips, hands resting so shoulders can drop, elbows can soften. And just like we started, take 10 breaths here. Big inhales through the nose. Exhale through nose or mouth. Let some of that stimulation from the tapping settle. Notice if there's any residual tension and see if you can just breathe into those areas and soften. See if you can find that balance of being grounded and soft while also being tall and strong in this seated shape. 3 more breaths in silence. And after taking just these few minutes first thing in the morning to move, to explore, to pay attention and tune in, see if you can notice the difference. Let that be your driving force to repeat it again the next morning. And take some of this awareness and openness and strength that you found with you into the rest of your day. Have a beautiful day ahead. Thanks for letting me guide you. Namaste.